And now it's time to find out what major stories are making headlines across Nigeria this Thursday morning. We're joined by the publisher CKN News, Mr. Kehinde Nwandu. Thanks for joining us, sir. Good morning.
Thank you very much for having me. Good morning.
All right. Let's get into it. We'll start with the Punch newspapers, I believe, this morning. See what we can find over there. Big one there says, food crisis. Military deploys troops in northwest, north central farms. It says farmers associations, Lord Tinubu, I beg your pardon, say move would boost harvest, tackle food insecurity. Deployment will grant farmers access to farms, ensure hitch-free planting season, says Defense Headquarters. Also, EFCC detains Nakon chair as it recovers 314,098 Saudi riyal. That's very interesting. And of course, that is with regards the alleged sponsorship of the End Bad Governance protest and other things that he's been accused of. Prices skyrocket as petrol scarcity bites harder. Power tariff also demands reversal of Varsity's bill jumps by 300%. We can also find on the point this morning 149 Nigerians repatriated from Niger. Federal government inaugurates panel for Naira-based crude sale, and also motorists lament traffic snarl as Julius Berger resumes work on Long Bridge. Not very many major stories this morning, but those are the ones that we can find on the Punch this morning. Let's see what we can find on
Daily Trust.
Daily Trust.
Yes,
okay.
Let's see the Daily Trust newspaper. On the front page of the Daily Trust, senators' monthly pay hits 2 billion naira. Each senator gets 21 million naira per month as running cost, according to Kawus Sumaila. We also have here principal officers package still unknown. Adjust your earnings, given masses realities. Sarah Piaga and Trichet says, farmers express concerns as drought threatens plant growth. Police interrogate journalist over report on SDG office. Mother of 4 hit by stray bullet during protest, 6 justice. That's not good. This is really a sad story. Speaker bows to pressure, withdraws bill on new national anthem recitation. The bill being talked about here is the counter-subversion bill. Hardship. Academic activities suffer as varsity students take menial jobs. Why Jigawa tops in wheat, sesame production, Governor Namadi. And final story, African Union appoint Patami as co-chair of 4th Industrial Revolution Policy Council. That's all on the Daily Trust.
Quickly on the Daily Independent, I'm just going to take 2 stories. Reps Speaker withdraws bill to criminalize free speech. And also, I mean, these are the biggest stories in Nigeria today. It says here, National Assembly undermines RMFAC, fixes huge pay for lawmakers, says Atiku. All right, let's just quickly get into the conversation with our guests this morning. We're really out of time. Let's start with the free speech bill, the counter-subversion bill put forward by Speaker Tajuddin Abbas. It has now been withdrawn. Are we happy?
Well, I'm happy.
Yes, that has been withdrawn.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm happy. Anyway, to me, is I think that's the most obnoxious bill or law that has been proposed since 1984, 83-84, when we had the Decree 4. If you remember the Decree 4 very well, and the implication of the Decree 4 under the military government of former military ruler, Major General Buhari, when he took over government with Major General Tunde Diagbon. There was this Decree 4 that was enacted by the military then to guard free speech and so many other things. And to the extent that about I remember two journalists working with Guardian newspaper then, Thompson and Irabo, were jailed. And so this is just next to it. And it's unbelievable that such a bill could come from the number 4 citizen of Nigeria. And it just gives the impression that this current government is just working the path of trying to gag Nigerians for expressing themselves. And while it is, if it has been any other member of the House, probably wouldn't have gotten this kind of furor that are going on. But this is the number 4 citizen. What it means is that if the president, vice president, and the Senate president is not available, the person that will take over the realm of affairs of Nigeria as the president acting in that capacity is the speaker. So for this to be coming from him means it shows the mindset of some of our leaders. And I don't know what is out to achieve by that. As of yesterday, there was this. What is being put up now is his second press release, because I received 2 press releases from his office yesterday. The first one, which came out in the morning, he was defending.
Yes,
this.
he was
I'm
explaining.
Sure he was explaining. I don't know. Yes, that was one. The first one. That was one that came out about 9 a.m., which he sent out, which we received at CKN News, where he was defending the bill.
He was trying to clarify
this understanding. Oh, at the end of it, after that, it has not become a law that even if it has to go through some committees, after committees, it has to be passed by the House of Reps, then concurrent with the Senate, then it has to take the president to assent to it before it. All those trying to justify it. But we should just know, you should just know that this is a democracy. You can't just wake up one day and just think that you just do anything you like and try to justify it. Good sense must have prevailed, and probably some people must have spoken to him and say, Oga, Mr. Man, settle down, withdraw this thing.
And it's great that he listened.
Well, he has to listen.
Yes.
Because if if he doesn't listen, Nigerians will make him to listen. We've gone beyond where anybody can just wake up in Nigeria and just think that can just push down the truth of Nigerians. Nigerians are ready. The media is ready. NGOs are ready. Everybody is ready to fight that. But good, as I said, good sense prevailed, and he has withdrawn it. And I hope that he will not go and amend it and bring it back in another form, because that's what they normally do. You would think that they've totally withdrawn it. The next thing, I have an amended copy now. I'll be able to let you understand what that's what they do.
Okay. Let's still talk about our lawmakers. On the Daily Trust, senators' monthly pay hits 2 billion naira. So it's the word of Senator Kawu Sumaila against RMAFC. Former Senator Shehu Sani seems to agree with, the senator who says that they earn about 21 million naira, even though RMAFC will come and tell you it's about 1 million naira and some thousands. So who is to blame here? Who are we to believe here?
Where are you to believe? Do you receive the salary? The man that receives the salary says that's what he received. You are asking me.
RMAFC says, they said in the statement that they put out on their website, whilst breaking down how much the lawmakers receive, that they must mention that it is not their responsibility to enforce. Whilst there is already a provision for what these lawmakers should earn, that it's not their responsibility to enforce, and that there's a constitutional lacuna.
I don't even know what that means. I mean, do the senators go to the federal government account and withdraw what they want? Somebody makes those payments.
No, there's what is called first charge payments. They get their money in bulk and they send to the National Assembly and they dispose as they want. But you have to verify or clarify what the RMS was saying. What they are saying is that this is your basic salary. They're not talking of other entitlements, basic, even your pay slip.
Is this basic or salary?
Yes, wait. If you have your pay slip, when you are being employed, you have a pay slip. They tell you, this is your salary. This is for your dressing. This is for this. This is for that. So what RMA is trying to say is that ordinarily this is what their salary is supposed to be.
Yes.
Okay. In fact, even the senator said after the deduction is supposed to come to about 600 or 650. But you have all this padded where we were buying newspaper for senator.
So RMAFC talked about. He said each senator collects a monthly salary and allowances of the sum of 1,063,816 naira, consisting of the following. Then they broke it down.
That is what
basic salary, which is like 168.
Where I'm even going to, let me tell you, where I'm even going to is that I'm expecting the National Assembly to come out clean on this, because a few days ago, former President Olusegun Obasanjo came out clear. Yeah. Because, and I said it in another platform, that Olusegun Obasanjo is not somebody you just sweep away. This is a 2-time president of Nigeria and a former military head of state. So before he comes out to talk, he has information at his disposal. He just not talk. He's not the type that talks anyhow. He has, and when he said that, I think it was the spokesperson of the Senate that quickly came to try to rubbish Olusegun Obasanjo, and I was just laughing that this one doesn't even know what he's talking about. Now the senator had come. And Senator Andy said, yes, during their time that they were receiving about 13.5 million or whatever. And my own challenge with that was Sandy, which I want to sweep aside, is that why didn't Sandy say this when he was in the Senate? He has been out of the Senate for about 2 sessions. He wasn't the last session. So He has been, when he was there, issues were being raised. I've seen Sani being questioned, being interviewed on national TV and rest of them, and being asked, how much do you earn as a senator? I never came out clean on that. So for this senator, I've come to see that. But I will tell you that that is just a drop in the ocean. Yeah. That is a drop in the ocean. That is what they just get. There are still other etc. ones, according to Zabudaya.
Other ones, they say there's regular allowances and then there's non-regular
let me drop it. Also add this to the 160 million that they receive. If you share it for their vehicle, if you understand what I mean, share that 160, divide it by 12. You know what they add it to the 21. Then you can understand how much these guys are. That is just one. Then when they go on oversight functions, they also receive. That's why you see all this probe or no probe. Yeah. You think that most of this probe is just probe for nothing. No. Most of these MDAs, MDGs, ministries, and the rest of them also come with the committee. That is that they come around. You see what happened around the oil theft committee and the rest of them that is being. So those are these guys are one of the most, I don't know, public service officers across the globe that most paid. And I asked myself, what are they doing? And that is why most people have been clamoring, why don't we just collapse these two chambers into one and just have one? When you're talking of cutting down costs, this is what we're supposed to do. This is what we're supposed to be looking at. You are not saying that, they are beating their chest the other day. So, they passed the 70,000 naira minimum wage. And they surrounded the president to sign the bill. And I was laughing. What is 70,000 naira? 70,000 naira, I cannot buy a bag of everything.
We have a call coming in. Let's take a call from Jerry. Good morning, Jerry. Thanks for calling from Taraba. Please go ahead with your comment.
Okay, good morning. I'm very excited today on the News Central this morning. Yes.
Okay, seems like.
Okay, there is an issue I am calling on minds of the public to be able to get to know, is that while on the protest, there is a missing problem we have. Do you know that nearly 6.6...
Jerry, our audio team, please, do we have Jerry's audio? All right. Unfortunately, we can't hear Jerry.
Okay, we can't hear Jerry,
Sorry.
so we're going to have to maybe...
Okay, yes, great. Please, go ahead.
Okay. There is an issue that the public that has been diverted about it, is that there is a 6.6 naira and 98 kobo being deducted from all users of mobile telecommunications. They are accumulating nearly over $1 billion monthly. Calculate just Lagos. Once you are checking your balance, maybe 6 times or transferring, they are deducting that amount. Where is that money going to? With all the hardship, with all additional taxes in other angles, people are suffering, looking for food to eat and other things. Why are they increasing all those tariffs? Just you calculate 6 naira, 98 kobo, up nearly approximately 7 naira being deducted. Whether to transfer, whether your check balance again, whether someone says, where are we going in this nation? Please, we need to rise concerning this issue that the public are not aware properly, so that we can bring it to action. As a journalist, you are our eyes. You are the people that we're looking for in this kind of regime, because there is massive suppression of voices. So please, we need to rise against this kind of dehumanization in this regime.
Very much for calling, Jerry. Very quickly, want to touch on that. I want us to quickly move, because there are some other stories that I think that are also important. Yeah. All right. I want us to talk about on the Daily Independent. We didn't take this. I don't know if we took the Daily Independent paper. I doubt that we did. But yesterday we had a doctor join us on the show to talk about the new health policy that the federal government wants to implement to make life better for medical personnel, such that we can start to see a reduction in brain drain. And now there's also a story here about doctors threaten nationwide strike over abducted colleague. And, you know, this was one of the things he spoke about, saying that one of their colleagues had been abducted and nothing had been said about it.
Well, it's quite unfortunate that we're having a doctor abducted, but for each doctor that has been abducted, there are over 1,000 Nigerians have been abducted on a daily basis. Some are not reported. Many, not even some, many are not reported. It's just few that have been reported, and that is the state of insecurity in the country. Cut across boards, Most of it are not. You even find it difficult that people want to travel by road any longer. It's except the nearest anybody can go, maybe probably for me, is probably from here to Benin. I have to even prepare very. I don't think I can travel by road. Highest Benin, as it even Benin itself. I can take a flight. I'd rather take a flight.
And air travel,
and air travel is not expensive.
Well,
you know, one-way ticket is almost close to 200,000 naira now.
Right.
But so I think that I don't know the state. I'm just hearing about.
Yes, it's in there, and I'm going to just quickly give you details to also lend our voice because it's important that we do. The Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors has threatened that if the abducted doctor, Dr. Ganiat Popola, is not released by August 26th, it will be going on a nationwide strike. They made this declaration at a press briefing in Abuja on Wednesday, and they explained that Dr. Ganiat is a registrar in the Department of Ophthalmology at the National Eye Center, Kaduna.
All right, let's bring in Uche. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Please go ahead.
Hello, good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Uche. Please go ahead with your comment.
Yeah, some people are receiving 21 million naira every month, and some governors cannot even pay 70,000 naira. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Some governors said they cannot pay 70,000, and somebody that receives 21 million goes to market with somebody that receives 70,000. The same market. There is no different market. The same market, somebody will earn. And at the same time, the federal government, under our president, have increased the salary of judges 300%. And some people are not ready to pay 70,000. It's a pity we are talking about corruption and crime. Crime will not go away in this country. Neither corruption will go away in this country. If we continue this way, God bless you people.
Uche.
All right. Daily Independent also says protesters carted away Ganduje's corruption trial documents as Governor Awayi.
Why are people laughing?
It is as they laugh. I do say it on this program that Nigeria is just like Charlie Boy show. Where anything can happen. You know, some Charlie Boy show, anything, you don't even know what will happen, and that is Nigeria. But this one came out yesterday.
They said that, angels tune into Nigeria when they want to have a good laugh.
Yeah, they just laugh and just switch on.
Okay, before we have to react to that, let's take a call from Tony. Good morning, Tony. Thanks for calling from Benue State. Please go ahead.
Okay, good morning. Well, I want to comment on this. We are not doing well, and I want to comment on Obasanjo commenting about that. During the time of Obasanjo was the time that we was hearing Ghana must go in National Assembly. Those people that are commenting today, they are the people that destroy all this system, and they are commenting. National Assembly is a place that business is going on there. And in fact, in politics in Nigeria, everywhere you see, every section, both commissioner, all these things, all is about business. And it is quite unfortunate. And that is why this last protest that failed, personally myself, I'm feeling it. Because these people genuinely come out with all the problem that is worrying us, and then to present it to government. But quite unfortunately, I don't know the group that organized those people that disrupt this thing. I think one day we'll get to the right part. Good morning.
Thank you very much, Tony. And I've heard these arguments, people saying that former President Olusegun Obasanjo, who's criticizing them now, you had an opportunity to maybe do differently. Did you do differently? There are those who say Shehu Sani. I mean, you did mention Shehu Sani. So is it an argument to say that if you did not criticize it whilst you were in office or whilst you had the power to, why are you doing that now?
He has been doing that even when he was in government. I think we should get certain things clear. All the anti-corruption agencies that we have presently, who started it? Who established it? Who established EFCC? Who established ICPC and other anti-corruption agencies? It was Obasanjo. I'm not saying that Obasanjo is a saint, but given the scenario, for me, since 1999 to date, Obasanjo remains the best president, I believe, that we've had. He has his shortcomings, of course. There must be one or two things that he has done. But go and look at the indices. All he did is in the area of economy. Yeah. Ask yourself, Is he in the area of politics? You see that he was... Obasanjo inherited a failed Nigeria, as it were. Take it or not take it. Take it. Because the military handed over to him. We saw where we were as in 1999 and what it took him to be able to take us to. By the time Obasanjo was leaving, Nigeria was debt-free. You can fast-check that. Go and ask how much Nigeria is owing now. You talk of area of telecommunication. Whatever we're enjoying today, MTN, Airtel, whatever communication, it was Obasanjo. So many things that he put. So what I'm saying is that the fact that he said that he did certain things doesn't mean that the man should not talk. If he is a statement, those are statements. Ask yourself, of all the things that have been happening, which of the former head of state have spoken? Right. Is it Gowon? Is it Goodluck Jonathan? Is it Abdulsalam Abubakar? Is it IBB? None of them. Yeah. And they went, all they did was to go to the villa and endorse the president. I don't see anything wrong in what they did, but I would have also thought that they would have also spoken about the hunger in the land. But they said anything about that. So what are we talking about?
All right, we have a call from Abuja. Good morning. Thanks for calling. Please go ahead.
My name is Lenny. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate what you guys are doing in this video.
Thank you very much.
I want to talk about this National Assembly salary. So they said each National Assembly member is earning 21 million naira. That's about, we have both the Senate and the House of Reps. We have 469 of them. So 469 Nigerians are earning 9.8 billion naira every month. And just yesterday, the president just signed into law that is increasing the judges to 300%. How many are the judges? Now compare it to the ordinary Nigerians. We go to the same market. This is not fair. These people don't love us. They don't love us. They are just there for their own benefit. They are just the truth. Now you look at what happened in Kano. They said something in the court case. It's affecting an ordinary Nigerian, our mental health, and it's a disgrace to us, because what if others are listening to this thing globally? They will just laugh at us. It's not fair. These people don't love us. Let's just say the truth. Okay, what is there for the National Assembly to come and say, okay, let's publish this thing? So if any of them employs me, if any of them employs me, I will publish my business. So we employ these people. They should publish whatever. If their hands are clean, they should publish their salary. It's a simple thing. It's a simple thing to do. So what are they hiding? Okay,
that's with us. I mean, he who is down needs fear no fall. If your hands are okay, I don't know if that applies, but if your hands are clean, you should be able to share evidence, right? Yeah. I want us to take this story because we are fast running out of time. But Refinery nightmare continues as NNPC fails early August promise. It will be that, I think this is about the 6th time. Asagi shared a tweet by Kalu Aja. He said, which happens first? Arsenal win EPL or NNPC fixes PH Refinery? And you know when he shared that, I lost it.
You remember vividly that we discussed this here. When we discussed this here some weeks back, when you remember vividly when NNPCL came out to say that we're going to start production in August. You heard what I said, and I said it quite clear that I don't believe it. I want NNPCL to prove me wrong. But I still want to wait till the end of August. Today is just about...
No, it's been postponed.
I said, based on what they said, I'm trying to say that I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. But this is the same corporation since last year. They first told us December last year. They moved it to March. They moved it to June. They moved it to August. Now September. And you continue to see that there is a continuous sabotage within the system where there's a deliberate attempt to also they cannot be able to do it with the Port Harcourt. They're also trying to sabotage Dangote from taking off with his own. Yeah. If you understand what I mean, that means there's a deliberate attempt within the system to continue making sure that Nigeria continue to import. That is the whole key. That's the whole. People are not seeing the big picture. That is the whole thing. What they are doing is to deliberately make sure that we continue to import because something people are benefiting from it. This is the time that I think the president have to come out and talk about this issue. It's not just saying the president is the minister of petroleum. We have to understand that.
Is it now maybe time to have a conversation about whether the president is the right person to hold that ministry? We know him being the Minister of Petroleum is not. It didn't just start with this administration.
I've been to be saying it since.
Yes. So is it maybe time for us to actually now?
We've been saying it time and time again that the president is too busy to be able to do that.
Yes.
But the fact remains that even those that you appoint to do the job, do they give them the right to be able to do it as well?
Let's wrap up with the call from Casey. Good morning, Casey.
Good morning.
Morning. Quickly, go ahead.
Good morning.
Good morning. Please go ahead. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for giving Nigerians the opportunity to also air their views on issues that concern our country. I want to really say, talk about the issue of the national, about the senators going home with 21 million naira just for 30 days when Nigerians are suffering, when Nigeria is bleeding, and they say they are being patriotic. And looking at this, these senators, when you see on their plenaries, you discover that even 60-70% of them are just there in the Senate. Where are the rest? And every month, these people who did not even attend plenaries take 21 million naira. Most of them are former governors who are also taking pensions from their states. They still have to be looked into. They say they are being patriotic, that they have been downsizing, they're doing this. And when you look at it, you just see they are just deceiving us Nigerians. Secondly, you look at the judiciary. The president just signed 300% salary increase. Is it that the present administration wants to cage up the judiciary and the National Assembly so that they will also be dancing to his tune? We are just being taken for granted in this country. Things have to be looked into. People are suffering. Just 70,000 minimum wage is taking them a whole number of months to implement. Just 70,000 naira. Then when you go to the market with 70,000 naira, just one sack of or two sack of this, that is what you come out with. So these people need to understand that we are Nigerians, and Nigerians are suffering. You don't just see them on national. When you look at the plenaries, how many senators are there? How many of them attend this sport? Every month they tell 21 million naira home. They will tell us that they are being patriotic, that they have downsized their salary, that they are doing this. Not knowing they are doing faster than this. Thank you and God bless you.
All right, thanks a lot, Casey. And of course, just a reminder that we've had back-to-back ministers of petroleum in the person of the president, even previous presidents that have never been questioned about the mismanagement of the petroleum sector. So he's really just a, minister, by nomenclature, not because, the person takes responsibility or even is asked questions, as to how the sector was run in his time there. But we need to go. CKN, thank you very much for stopping by. Not very happy stories across the newspapers.
Yes, it's not. We're not happy at all. My final take on this is that when you talk about the refinery, I think the graft agencies like EFCC should move into NNPC. We need to probe NNPC and look at how much we spend for turnaround maintenance. You remember the figure that was just being banned? Nothing has been turned around. Not even a single liter of petroleum product is being produced after over about $1 trillion or whatever that we spent on turnaround.
The thing is, the problem with that is agencies in Nigeria, to a large extent, do not seem to work without authority from the executive.
Of course.
Without a directive from the executive.
Of course, they're complicit. They're complicit. Of course.
When we say that EFCC should take action here, it is shocking that they need to be reminded.
Told
exactly.
to do the needful.
You remember also, of course, in the last 48 hours, I think there's a content creator, Dan Bello, that has put out very, very, very strong allegations.
Strong allegations.
The Kano State government, Abdullahi Ganduje's wife. You would expect that the EFCC would look at that and say, okay, let's actually, X-ray.
Or ICPC.
Exactly. X-ray those accounts and, see if these allegations are true. But I mean,
they're looking to arrest him.
Haven't they carted away this thing at the court in Kano?
Well, all right. Thanks a lot for stopping by. Kehinde Nwandu.
Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.